The 21st century will no longer be interested in heaven, and more so the great city Babylon, which is the United Nations of our time and age in Manhattan, New York, and the force behind it, the United States of America. Because as we mentioned previously, that the UN was established by two Christian countries in the eyes of the world, that is the United Kingdom and the United States. But United Kingdom fell at the end of World War II in 1945, but they established what was called the Leagues of Nations, and then the Leagues of Nations changed into the United Nations, which is that tower that was being built in Babylon of ancient times. It is the same tower, same concept of the 21st century called the United Nations. Just like the nations gathered together against God in the olden times in Babel of Iraq, Mesopotamia, where I come from. Just like they got together against God, they are getting together again in the 21st century against God, called the UN, the Tower of Babylon. And the one who is running the UN is the US. So chapter 18 is God's punishment upon America / United Nations. So we said verse 19, from verse 9 to 19, there is no mention of heaven, because the people of the end times will not be interested in God who art in heaven. So what happens when people walk away from God? Only one thing: trouble. Trouble. Trouble happens, my beloveds. Tribulations, persecutions, a lot of evil being done under the sun. A lot of evil. By the way, speaking of the United Nations, which is America really, they just replaced their 193 United Nations flags with the LGBT flag. The whole 193 countries, they took all their flags down, which are the members of the UN, 193 countries. They took all those flags down and put 193 LGBT so-called flag. That's why America will be punished by God himself. So this message is to the Pentagon. Yes? I'm not talking about the people of America. There are wonderful, 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 genuine Christian people in America. I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about the evil system. The evil system. America, open your ears, your eyes, and they may not give me a visa anymore to go to America after this one. But honestly, I'm just giving you what the Lord is saying to you. Nothing personal, my dear friend. Nothing personal. America will be punished by God himself, because America at the moment is challenging the existence of God. That's why America will fall, and there is no escape from it. It's a matter of time. But America is going down, and we're going to see in the next two verses. It's going down. Because whoever challenges Jesus Christ of Nazareth must go down. Must. Egyptian Empire, gone. Babylonian Empire, gone. Assyrian Empire, gone. Persians and Medes, gone. Alexander the Great, Macedonian Greek Empire, gone. The Roman Empire, gone. All gone. Why? Because they challenged God. And this God, his name is Jesus Christ of Nazareth. So let's read verse 20. Verse 20 comes the time of heaven finally. From 9 to 19, nothing, no mention of heaven. Verse 20 talks about heaven. Look at this. Rejoice over her, O heaven, and you holy apostles and prophets, for God has avenged you on her. Her here refers to the UN, i.e. United States of America. Rejoice over her, O heaven, and you holy apostles and prophets, for God has avenged you on her. We saw previously kings of the earth mourned over the fall of America, over her. We saw merchants mourn the fall of America. We saw shipmasters, i.e. sea trades, mourn over the fall of America. We saw all of them. They all mourned, kings, merchants, sea trades, shipmasters, all mourned the fall of America. But when it came to heaven, heaven rejoiced. Heaven rejoiced. Because God must be glorified. Must be. Must be glorified. But heaven rejoiced. Now why heaven rejoiced? Because America fell. We mentioned previously, when America falls, the first people that will be persecuted are the Christians. The first people that will be persecuted heavily are the Christians. And why is the Lord Jesus allowing it? Because the Lord, in the end of times, will be separating the sheep from the goats as Christians. So he will separate the genuine Christians from the fake Christians. Christians by name separated from the Christians by deed. So when the United States fall, Christians will be persecuted by the next superpower, and more than likely it will be China, backed up by Russia, because the brain behind China is Russia. So when that happens, Christians will be persecuted. Those who are fake, they will give in. But those who are genuine, they will be tortured extremely. That's why heaven is rejoicing, because there will be people on earth, Christians on earth, that will glorify the name of their Lord, because they will be faithful, loyal to the Lord till the very end. That's why heaven rejoiced when America fell. Not because America fell, heaven rejoiced, but by the fall of America, the genuine Christians glorified the Lord in the sight of the whole world. That's why heaven rejoiced. There are still wonderful eyewitnesses for the Lord that will give genuine testimony to the Lord Jesus.